everybody, welcome back once again to the Jade Empire Closed Fist walkthrough. Alright, so this is Nature of the Spirit Volume 2. Land in the Howling Spirits, that sounds fun. Hearing screams in the deepest tunnels in the voice of that young monk. Okay, right. Cooler story, bro. Alright, so let's loot this joint. Monk Gem Week. And, alright, so, the goal here is to get a liver for the little girl. There's a couple of different ways that you can, finish this. So, one of them actually involves, enlisting the help of, Dr. Ann. Oh, that's right, we got some tomb robbers getting messed up while we arrive.
They tried to take from me, and they died. I feasted on their souls. Such is the evil I was in life, and am again in death. The underworld has no place for me. Sin lives. I am evil incarnate. A man so vicious and vile that the spirits deemed me unfit to pass into death, and cursed me into this wretched form. Sin lives indeed. Now I feed on the flesh and souls of the living, in payment for my vanity. My perfect body is a testament to my crimes. My very touch spreads my corruption. Then you shall learn the depths to which I have sunk.
Leaping Tiger.
Okay, so I actually wanted to fight this guy, so I didn't want to use the option there. I think it's an intuition check. I think that was the case. But yeah, so anyways, I don't want to do that. I want to fight this guy because again, there's so many different ways of actually completing. Okay, he's apparently not immune to being shocked. Good old Storm Dragon. That support style is... God, it might actually be the best. Heavenly Wave is really good too, but Storm Dragon might actually be the best. And actually, there is one other really good support style as well. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get it because we're going Closed Fist. But anyways, so yeah, again, like I was saying, a lot of different ways of actually solving this quest. I'll be honest. I think that this is technically the best way of going about it. Basically, so what happens there is if you try to pass that intuition check, and wow, this is the... Oh man, I feel like this might have been where I died. I know at one point here I tried taking on these spirits. I actually got worked over, so there's a really good chance that this is it. Because yeah, yep, this is the time. I guarantee it. Excuse me. Anyway, so that I guess me failing here is going to give us plenty of time to throw over. Yeah, look at that, nasty business. So that's what happens when you roll up in here without any focus and super low on magic. But anyway, so yeah, like I was saying with the scientist quest. So we wanted to. You can actually skip going to the that one tomb there, and I already forgot the guy's name, Jin Z or something like that. You can actually completely skip that if you tell him you know a doctor, and I think you have to have already met Dr. Ann. And then on top of that, you have to make sure that you didn't poison Crimson Kana, because I think by poisoning Crimson Kana, if I'm remembering correctly, Dr. Ann won't talk to you, basically, after that point. So, to be completely honest, though, I haven't actually ever tried that. But anyways, that was my impression, is that once you've poisoned her, there's no way of enlisting her help again. But anyways, if you haven't done that and you want to, which I actually don't recommend going this route, but if you want to, you can go to Dr. Ann and bring her back to the area here. Actually, I think basically they teleport you right back into there. And at that point, then she will actually perform the operation on the little girl. I think I've actually got footage of that too, so we'll kind of explore that once that happens here. Yeah, I was like, I'm not dying again. We're gonna make sure we fill up on spirit at least. But anyways, yeah. So at that point though, she'll do the operation, and the father will sacrifice his own liver for her. And I don't like that route. I mean, mostly because it's the open palm version. It's not the worst one ever, but actually it might be. That actually might be the worst of all of those. But anyways, so yeah, so at that point, then the father passes away, obviously sacrificing himself for his daughter, and then I think Dr. Ann kind of volunteers to take care of the girl, and she says something like, I'll pass the father's knowledge on to the daughter. But yeah, again, that's not a great way of actually finishing that quest. The other way is actually to pass that intuition check with Jin Z, I think again is his name, and that will actually change him. So what it actually does is kind of like changes his outlook, I guess, on things by kind of being altruistic and saving this little girl. It kind of redeems him, I guess, in a way, and I believe you'll get open palm points for that as well. I'm not gonna obviously go that route either. And here's our little scene again. Excuse me.
They tried to take from me, and they died. I feasted on their souls. Such is the evil I was in life, and am again in death. The underworld has no place for me. Sin lives. You seek me? You seek one so evil that his very touch spreads the corruption his vanity has caused. My perfect body is a testament to my crimes. To live and feed in death are all that are left to me. Something of mine? You think I'll part so willingly with something, even if it is just a piece of my own corrupt body? A girl. After so long, a girl. But I'm a vile and corrupt being, forever damned by the life I led, set here in this wretched form to walk forever. Ah, then you shall learn the depths to which I have sunk.
Leaping Tiger.
Indeed you are, sir. So anyways, so this is, yeah, it is G's in. It looks like G's in. Yeah. But yeah, so you can go that route and kind of redeem him by passing that intuition check. There's the preserved liver. And then we're gonna. Is there even anything down here? No, this is empty. Yeah, this is all empty. These jerks got here first and took all my stuff. But all right. Anyways, let's. This will be interesting. I could have swore I went with saving before I walk in here. I didn't want to get jumped by 3 ghosts and die again. All right. Anyways, we'll see where I actually go next. I know at some point there I did actually do that whole. I went to Dr. Ann and brought her back to do the operation and stuff. So anyways. There's actually one more kind of aspect of doing this. So if you don't do the intuition check and you basically fight G's in and take his liver, and then when you deliver it, the scientist guy will actually say, oh, something's wrong, which we will see that because that happens in the route that even I take here. Let's see here. I thought, yeah, I thought I did more for this. Yeah, I do, actually.
A doctor of such skill? Who is it? What's his name? Where did you find such a person? A doctor and a woman? Amazing. You think she can help? Please then bring her to me. Let me speak with her. Thank you, stranger. Thank you. No, no, no. It. Oh, you.
Okay, so there's technically still, what, 2 routes open now? So as a continuation of what I was talking about earlier, what you can actually do is, you'll once you start the operation there, the guy will say, "Oh, there's something going wrong or something's wrong," and then he'll ask you to sacrifice a piece of yourself or something like that. And you can actually do that, and you'll lose. I don't know. It's like 10 chi or 10 spirit or something like that. And I don't recommend going that route. However, though, if you do that, once the quest is finished, and that minus 10 chi is a permanent, because it actually ends up being a technique. And I think it's like a technique called spiritual sacrifice or something along those lines. And then once you've solved the quest, though, you'll get. Oh, we got some dialogue here.
Ah, look who has come to see us. A mortal, then? Shall we feast, brother?
Yes, I want to hear his screams as I tear the skin from his bones.
All right, so as I was saying there, once the quest is complete, and if you sacrificed a piece of your again whatever your spirit or whatever it ends up being, when you actually go back to town, the quest will be resolved, and you'll see the scientist there with his daughter, and he'll say something about how she's back to normal or whatever. But then he'll actually also give you a technique, something about medicine. Something I can't remember the name of that one. But anyways, I don't think it's worth it because the stats that you lose by making the sacrifice aren't really outweighed by what you get from the final quest. So again, that's just not the route that I'm gonna take. I'm going to Flawed Scholar Gem. I'm gonna take the really creepy way about going about it is basically when the doctor will ask you to make a sacrifice, and you'll just say you're asking too much of me. And what actually ends up happening basically is the liver corrupts the girl, and she gets all like creepy and stuff. So it's not a feel-good ending for sure.
Thank you. Something Shin hasn't found.
Okay, so that is the open palm way to finish that. You do get the Kalbizor, but I didn't need it. I already had 2, and you'll never need more than 2. So again, there was no real reason to go about that. And then I think what would it give us, like 1 silver or something like that? So that's just not worth it. So actually, I'm gonna reload my game here and basically just take him out. So that's kind of the way of squeezing a little bit extra out of this quest is by telling him that you'll go fight those 2, brothers or whatever. You go down there, take them out, and then, kind of loot that tomb down there. I think it's the Tomb of the Masses. Because unfortunately, the Tomb of the Masses won't open unless you talk to, this ghost here first. So again, this is just a way to maximize our rewards for this quest.
Have you managed to defeat them at last? You seek to destroy me as well? You're no different from them. But I can fight you and kill you, and I will. Reaping Tiger.
Okay, so we will now take this guy out, the Ghost of Merchant Buy. Again, and we don't need that extra Cowbizor. There's technically 3 of them in the game, and because of the options that we've taken thus far, I think the other kind of choice that you have to make in order to get one, because I think one is buyable or something like that, and then the other one is for I think it's for destroying the dam. So obviously we want that. But all right, so we got some experience there. Actually, quite a bit. Well, yeah, an okay amount. But anyways, all right. So what's next? Let's run here again. For whatever reason, it always kind of bugs me when I kind of, start a video out with one quest and then it kind of takes forever to do it. We'll make it back to. I think we have to go back to town. Or I think that was. I shouldn't say we have to. It's just that's what I decided to do. I wanted to check out, what the reward was for recruiting Dr. Ann to help us out. But, alright, Ghost of Ren Ming. That's the guy whose wife poisoned him, or at least that's what he says happened. Ouch. Alright, so anyways, yeah, and the best way of resolving the Ghost of Ren Ming or whatever is actually to bring his wife here. I messed around with that quest too, just trying to figure out all the outcomes, and I think the best way is to actually bring his wife there, and then you kill them both at the same time. And the reason why that's better is because you actually you just get more experience out of it.
The grave digging business sure is a killer. What? Well, that makes things easier on me for sure. Now I can start selling those old plots again. Next time I'll just throw the bones in the river and be done with it. Here's the reward I promised you. Now, if you find any more, remember, I'll pay good money for you to put them back down again. So get out there and get some ghosts. Venerated ancestors. Anything else you want to know about the ghosts? Ah, Miss Chan. A tragedy, really, and one that happens all too often. It's always the pretty ones who go. She died in childbirth, and the baby died with her. Her family put her in the family plot along with her son. She came up again recently, looking for revenge on me. She seems to think that I killed her baby, or took it, or something. Maybe she saw me take away the body, but she won't believe me. Every time I go near, she tries to kill me. That's valuable retail space over there. Her baby? Not much. It's in one of the plots there. I'm sure you can find it if you look. It was a long time ago. I don't even remember what its name was. But it was short, I know that. Definitely less than 3 words. But, sorry, that's really all I remember. Anything else you want to know about the ghosts? Oh, well, if you do find one, put it back in the ground. That's when you'll get your money. Is there anything else? Well, you know where to find me.
Okay, so collected on Merchant, was it Merchant Buy or something like that? Collected on his bounty, and then I did ask Shen about Miss Chang or something like that. And I'll be honest, I think that's a waste of time. There's just really isn't much to do with her quest. You either tell her the right name of her son that died, or you tell her the wrong name and she attacks you and you have to wipe her out, and that's, I think that gives you Closed Fist, or you just don't even offer to tell her anything and just wipe her out right away. So again, a couple of different ways of finishing that quest, but it seems to me, especially if you're going closed fist, that it's just a waste of time to bother with anything other than just wiping her out immediately. But all right, so I actually am going to head towards Dr. Ann at this point, and I think I've got footage of that's what I decided. I've got footage of actually resolving the quest this way, but it's just not the route that I ended up going with at the end of the day. So I'm trying to think if this is. I don't even know if this is the best way to. It might actually. So if you're going open palm, this actually might be the best way to resolve this. It's hard to say. It's either that or again you have to do that intuition check on Jin Z or whatever that guy, the creepy mummy guy's. Whatever his name is. That actually might be the best way. It's I can't remember. I guess it depends on what you want to do too, because just by killing him outright, you get a certain amount of experience for killing him. But then you could, I guess, come back here to Dr. Ann, because the problem is if you just give the scientist the liver as is, it's it makes the daughter creepy.
Always a pleasure. Yes, I heard that Fading Moon's arsons had ended. Excellent work. Burning the poor is troubling after a fashion, but the scholars and merchants? That was her mistake. Ha! Isn't that the truth? I couldn't have put it better myself, but some people get sensitive about the poor. Here's your bounty, as we negotiated earlier. Of course, you've been busy, haven't you? Yes, Creative Yukong was caught in the Scholar's Garden. Brilliant work. Only fools steal from those with the money and power to motivate men like me. Here's your bounty, as we negotiated earlier. Well, that brings an end to our pursuit of two fiends. A shame I don't have more work for someone with your skills. I know little more than what the Honorable Lotus Assassin presented. Some treasonous Southerner has been undermining the Ministry of Harmony and causing countless deaths. The Lotus Assassins are never worried. Their control, their protection, I should say, of the Empire is absolute. What could threaten them? I would like to advance, but I'm not angling. I simply accept that the Lotus Assassins are the true power in the Empire, and I support them. Not as such. The Lotus Assassins want to deal with this traitor personally. I don't envy anyone who has attracted that kind of attention. There is no such thing. If the Lotus Assassins have identified a treasonous criminal, you can be assured that person is guilty of something, or will be soon. A good name, is it not? Drives fear into the commoners. Yes, that miscreant will be turned in soon enough. And pity the scourge that shows up in my city. Of course. Thanks again for your help with those miscreants.
A great bounty hunter to have dealt with 2 cases in so little time. Your work is not done, though.
There's something very odd about this man, but I can't say what.
There is another in this city with a price on her head. A richer price than those 2. Her name is Aishi the Mournful Blade, and you can find her at the Black Leopard School. I watched her walk into this city, and now I tell you, there's no mystery in this. She is accused of most crimes, and several had to be invented to account for her actions. She is a terror upon the face of the Empire. Murder, theft, and worse, yet never a smile or a hint of revelry in what she did. That is why she is known as Aishi the Mournful Blade. Because I want you to know. My role in this matter is of no concern to you. I am simply an old man who sees a chance for some good to come from bad. When you reach her, you should ask her for her story. She has a most interesting tale to share.
Okay, so I had forgot about that, but that is the, or what I did there was I just turned in my bounties finally for Creative Yukong, and I forget the fire starter, the arsonist.
Yes, yes, what can I do for you? Yes. No, I have not had... I don't know. Maybe have a look at this note. I copied some scrawled words from a post near the furnace controls. Certainly. It's just a flick of a switch.
All right, so I think that what was that, transcribed post carving or something like that? That is a hint as to where to find one of the configurations. I'll be honest, you know, the configurations aren't terribly difficult to find, and actually, I had forgotten, but the configuration of the horse, I believe it is actually found in 2 different spots, which is, I don't know how useful that information is or not, but you know, unfortunately, though, we can only use one, so I really don't know why there's 2 of them in the game. It doesn't seem to make all that much sense, but and especially because one of them is just it's not that it's impossible to miss, but it's not like you have to choose. You know, you don't have to make some choice and then you lose out on it. You know, like there isn't like a closed fist option versus a open palm option, which would, you know, then, you know, potentially cause you to miss it. Ah, that's right. Okay, so being that we got the configuration of the tiger, we're going to make use of that right now. So obviously it's going to take a bar of nickeled iron, and then let's see here, where are we going? Looks like the conductor, and I'm guessing the cogs. Yes, the cogs, and the dragon button. Alright, as soon as this button becomes active, this is probably the only thing that's really annoying about this place, but... Oh, Jesus. Okay, come on. Come on, buddy. Finish your animation or whatever you're doing. There we go. Okay, so that was the configuration of the tiger, and the reward is the quieted mind. Which I don't remember, of course, what it does. Focus plus 30. Man, that's a giant. Okay. Yeah, so that thing is amazing. Boy, yeah, I completely forgot how good that was. That's the first really. I mean, short of if you're going or if you're using a lot of magic or your magic style a lot, the initial one, I think it was the configuration of the ox, was really good, but I don't ever use that, so that is the first configuration that I was all that impressed with. The rest of them are pretty minor increases to stats. But, all right, we're out of time. So, as always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.